What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay. As I've said in the previous videos, I've been getting dicked on, so this is a new thing for me, winning. I can't believe I won. Let's see how many I've, First of all, let's see what place I'm in real quick for the channel. I am in 6th. Okay, 6th place. Better than 10th that I was in, so I'm up a little bit, but still rocky as shit. Today and yesterday has been really bad. So we're going to do this replay against this guy I just played. Yeah, as you can tell, I mean, a little bit of greens, but a lot of red. A lot of loss. Loss. This 3 losses in a row. 6 and 1 there. Really fucking bad, but it's fine. Let's see this replay. I think he's playing Go Control, so I throw scissors, he throws scissors. I throw rock, he throws rock. I throw scissors, and he throws rock, so he gets to go first. Awesome. So, he opens Tribe, Book of Moon, Sinister, Premature, Zaborg, and Nobleman of Crossout. I've got Thunder Dragon, Mirror Force Spy, MST, and Fate. So he decides to just pass. He doesn't do anything. I draw Snatch Steal for turn. I discard a Thunder Dragon. Go grab 2 more. And I set Spy like a dumbass and set MST. Should have probably just summoned it. He draws Duo for turn. Pretty nice draw for him. He fires a Duo on me. Picks my Faith. Okay. I throw out a Thunder Dragon. He knocks the shit out of me. All my spies gone. All his spies gone. He's on 2. I'm on 3. He summons the Tribe and hits me for 16. I have to take it. Sets Book of Moon and passes. I end phase MST it. I draw Pot of Greed for turn, so that was pretty nice. I draw Jar of Greed and Upstart. Fire the Upstart into a Faith. And decide to set Mirror Force, set Jar of Greed, and set Faith and pass. Should have definitely Snatch Stealed this Tribe. That was definitely a misplay. Because now he's just about to kill me because he's got Zaborg. And there it is, Zaborg. And I have nothing to stop it, so that's fine. Hits me for 24, and I decide to Mirror Force it. Already misplaying like crazy. I end phase Jar of Greed into Solemn Judgment, and I draw Book of Moon, so this game is going terrible. I set Solemn and pass. He draws into another Zaborg. He summons Sinister and pokes me for 300. I say okay. I draw into a knock. I pass. He draws Pot of Greed. He fires a Pot of Greed. And I decide to Solemn. And he says thank. And he Solemns my Solemn. So awesome. He draws Torrential and knock. And decides to Premature Burial the Zaborg. And hits me for 27, putting me down to 350. Sets Torrential and passes. I draw into Tsukiyomi. I decide to Snatch Steal. Should have definitely just attacked here. Instead, my dumbass went for the Tsukiyomi. And he punishes me with Torrential. So awesome. I set Book of Moon and pass. He draws into a meta. He summons the Sinister and hits him for 300. I'm at 50. All I'm saying is just BLS for the win. No, I draw into a Faith. So that's great. I set the Faith and pass. He draws into Mind Control, so awesome. On top of the knock, he's got a Mind Control, and I scoop it up. Then we go to game 3. I board into like Trap Dust Shoots and Kaiku and Mind Control, I think. Can't really remember. So, quit game 1. Definitely fucked it up. So, game 2, I open Double Thunder Dragon, Spy, Sengen, Tsukiyomi, and Pot of Greed. So, of course, now I'm thinking I'm going to get to a sweep here. I'm done. I Pot of Greed into Solemn and Wang Blast. I decide to set Solemn and set Sengen and pass. He's got Saku, Meta, BLS, Zaborg, Magical Merchant, and Scapegoat. So he decides to set Saku, Scapegoat, and Merchant, and pass. I draw into Chaos Sword, which is an okay draw, I guess. I decide to tribute. I remember what I did. I tribute the Sangan for the Thunder Dragon. And I go ahead and grab Sinister. Go into battle, and he Saku's it. Cool. I set Wing Blast and pass. He draws him a Tsukiyomi. I decide to just Wing Blast and put it back on top. And he just passes. I draw into a Duo, which is a pretty nice top deck there. I fire the Duo. Roll a 2, pick his BLS, and he throws out Zabor. I decide to set Sinister and pass. He draws into a Merchant, which I know he's going to draw. Well, I don't know what it was at the point, but he sets the Merchant, sets the meta, and passes. I draw into Heavy Storm. I decide to tribute again. And I go into battle and swing Bada Bada. It's a Merchant, he gets the Solemn Judgment. He in-phase Scapegoats me here. Going for the meta play. He draws to another Tsukiyomi, so now he's got double Tsukiyomi. He fires meta, and I instantly Solemn Judgment and just say fuck it. He sets the Tsukiyomi and sets Solemn and passes. I draw Upstart. I grab my Sinister back. I fire the Upstart. And draw into Graceful. Then I fire Heavy Storm because I know it's Solemn Judgment. And I fire Graceful. And he just scoops. So that is the game 2. Game 3. Game 3. Here we go. Let's see what happens game 3. Game 3, he's got Knock, Breaker, MST, Heavy, Saku, and Zabor. So he's going to set Saku and pass. I've got Knock, MST, Torrential, Jargreed, Sangan, and Kaiku. I run the Sangan out and swing Bada Bada for 1,000. And I set Jargreed and set Torrential and pass. He draws to a Spy. He runs the Breaker out. And I decide to just Torrential right away. He says okay. I grab my Sinister. And I draw Thunder Dragon for turn. I discard the Thunder Dragon. Now I'm thinking this is Scapegoat, so there's no reason to do anything. And I Jargreed into Snatch Steal. I've set Sinister, set MST, and pass. And he says, bro, I'm not going to solo a Jargreed, but he could have had some Decree. So he draws into a Tsukiyomi for turn. So he decides to knock. That's unfortunate for me. And he sets a Tsukiyomi and passes. I draw into an Upstart. I fire the Upstart into a Faith, which is pretty nice. I decide to knock because I have to. And I run Kaiku out and swing, and it gets Saku. That really threw me off there, not going to lie. He draws into a Mind Control. So he sets Spy and passes. I really don't have anything going for me here. I set Faith and pass. That's going to get Mind Controlled. He draws to another Spy. So he's only on 2 Spies, so that's nice. He Mind Controls. And he has either Mind Control or Knock. He decides to get the Knock. Then he flips up Spy. And I guess he's on 3. I guess he boards another one or some shit. Or he forgot to take one out at one game. I don't know. But whatever. Or he had one in hand. Hits me for 1,200. And he passes. I draw into a Saku. So I decide to tribute the Faith for a Thunder Dragon. And I swing Bada Bada. And I just pass. He draws into a Torrential. So he sets Torrential and passes. I in-phase MST it. I draw into a Wing Blast. Sinister is gone. Should have never set that. I decide to say fuck it and snatch steel. And I tribute it for Thunder Dragon and hit him for 3200, get some damage in. And I set Wing Blast and pass. He draws into a Metamorphosis. So he fires the MST, I say okay. He sets Spy and passes. I draw into another Wing Blast. So I decide just to go into battle, and it is a Spy, so that's unfortunate. I decide to set Wing Blast and pass. He draws into a Merchant. He fires the Heavy on me. I say okay. I could have maybe chained there, but I didn't. And he sacks the Spy for Zaborg and hits me for 800. And he decides to main phase 2 Metamorphosis. This is really good for me because I was going to Saku anyway, so it just wasted his meta, which is great. I draw into a Breaker. I decide to set Saku and pass. He draws Ring for turn. He swings and I meta. So I Saku. So that was really nice. He sets Merchant and sets Ring and passes. I draw into a Solemn. I decide to run Breaker out, and that gets ringed. So now I know he has Knock in hand. I set Solemn and set Heavy and pass. He draws into Dark Mimic level 1. He flips the Merchant here. Mills a Deco. Mills a Zaborg, and gets a Metamorphosis. So he swings for 200 at me. Now I'm at 38. He sets the level 2 and passes. All I have to do is just draw any kind of anything. But I draw Dust Shoot. I set the Dust Shoot and pass. He draws into Tsukiyomi. He flips his Dark Mimic and draws into Graceful. And I decide to trap Dust Shoot him. And I put his Tsukiyomi back. And he decides to just swing for 300. Now again, another turn where I could just draw a BLS here and win, but it's not that easy, folks. I draw into another Solemn, so I set the Solemn and pass. He draws Mind Control. He hits me for another 300, giving me another turn just to draw a BLS and win. And he just passes. I draw into a Mind Control. I set Mind Control and pass. He draws into a Faith, so that's okay. And now he's like, I'm not going to risk it. He switches them both to defense, sets a Faith, and passes. I draw into a Spy. I decide to Mind Control the face down. It is a Faith. I flip the Faith and gamble a little bit and go for the upstart. I draw into Pot of Greed, which is nice. I fire the Pot of Greed into Chaos Sork and Tsukiyomi. So I decide to just pass and don't do anything. Because I know he has meta, I know he has knock, and what the fuck can I do? He switches the Faith to defense, and sets a Solemn and passes. I draw into BLS. So this turn, I decide to summon Spy, and decide to hit the Faith. And I pass. He draws into Sinister, so now he is comfortable with the Graceful Charity. He fires the Graceful, I say okay, that's fine. He draws Tsukiyomi, Snatch Steal, and Pot of Greed. He discards Mind Control and Sinister. He fires Pot of Greed and draws into Faith and Metamorphosis. He runs out Tsukiyomi and puts the Dark Mimic face down and flips it up. And draws into a Sangan. He fires the Metamorphosis. And he gets 1,000 eyes, sucks my shit up, and hits me for 1,200. And he passes. I draw into the game winner Graceful fucking Charity. I fire the Graceful, and he says, think. So at this point, I'm just like, please God Solemn. Please God Solemn. I cannot win this turn unless he Solemns. So he fires the Solemn. So this was perfect. He thought I was looking for the BLS or the Chaos Sork, but I just say, you just killed yourself, LOL. I run the Tsukiyomi out, put the 1,000 eyes down, special Chaos Sork, and special BLS, and that is the game. Let's fucking go. I got him to sub to the channel, maybe. I'm not really sure. But I gave him the link. So that's how you do it. I actually won a game. I can't fucking believe it. But hit the like, hit the sub, have a